All right, guys. Well, it's been a while since I've done a real quick update here, and this is not going to be a long video. We're just going to focus on one thing, which is XRP here. Thank you very much for joining me here. We did a long video that I haven't done for a long time, and I really broke down XRP. So this is kind of a follow-up compendium to that. And for those of you that are just wandering onto the channel that don't know who I am, thank you for joining us, and you should subscribe. I've got a lot to teach and to show you here. I'm going to shock you with some of the stuff that I tell you because I don't follow anybody else's narrative. I've got my own narrative, and it tends to be right a lot more than the people that are what we call the skateboard kids and the YouTube influencers. I have nothing to sell you. If you want to subscribe to my charts, that's fine. We'd love to have you do that. But I'm not motivated in the least to shill my bags or to get you to buy something or lead you down the path of wreck and ruin. And so you're going to get the medicine whether it tastes good or not here. And so it's the unvarnished truth as I see it. And so case in point here is XRP has been making this formation, and there's been a lot of very excited people going, oh, we're going to the moon, any day now, any day now, any day now. And I've been pretty much the lone man in the woods just going, nah, don't think so, don't think so. And when we were up here, we beat this trend line and we popped a little bit. And I just said, no, I don't think so, guys. In fact, I know it's not. And I went so far as to say, no, where we're really going is we're going right here. And I drew this circle about a week and a half ago. Now, from this to this is almost a 16% drop. That's nothing to sneeze at. But there was nobody that was saying that, but I was. And so I said, what we're really in, guys, is we're in a prolonged pennant here in a triangle formation. And so what's been going on is we've been bouncing back and forth. Now, it's likely, much like what we see here, that it's probably going to fake a little bit down. And let me get this fixed here real quick. There we go. It's likely it's going to fake a little bit down, probably drop a little bit, and probably suck back up into that formation. But I would expect to see us probably spend the better part of the year or the next couple months within that area right there. Deal with it, guys. It's not going up. It's not going down. This is what it's going to be. There's a lot of reasons to believe this, and I've said this before because I think that the big money is just in a holding pattern, and it's going to take big money to move this thing. They're in wait and see. They want to see how this election thing goes. They want to see, are we going to start launching nukes? Or what are we going to do? And there's no reason for big investments to be throwing their chips on the table and betting the house. And so what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of sideways action. Now from this, what we're likely going to get is we're going to get something that has been discovered and innovated here at FibbyCharts and at the unfairadvantage.chat, which is probably going to be a J-hook. It's a formation that you'll never hear in TA. It's just one of these pattern recognition things that I've done that have panned out very, very well. You could define it as a fake out. What'll happen is it'll go down when people think it's going to go up, and then it'll turn and it'll go, hence the name J-hook. This is so predictable, and I've demonstrated this so many times and we also get inverted J-hooks too, so they work both ways. But I've demonstrated this so many times that it's now a rule, not an exception. And so what happens is you will see in triangle formations like this, you will see them break out and do J-hooks and do breakouts in two very specific areas. One at the 70% of the total triangle and one at the tip. So if you get to the 70% time, you want to take a look at the tea leaves. You want to see the rest of the indicators and see, does it look like it's ready for a move? And you should start stacking your chips accordingly. However, if we wander past the 70% and we start to go, then you start going, well, there's no reason to hover over this thing because it's just not going to do anything until we get to the tip. When we get to the tip, it's going to be forced to do something. And again, we start to look at the indicators and say, okay, well, are we looking yay or are we looking nay? Well, I'm telling you right now, and I have been telling you, I don't even need to see the indicators. I know pretty much how the world works, and I know how investors think as far as what we're going forward into and the indecisions and stuff of life that we're facing. We're going to go down. And so I'm waiting to hit this mark or this mark, and down we go. So the point of this, just so you know, is pretty much January 1st. And so it would not surprise me at all. See, what we've got here is we've got a pennant where people would say, okay, well, we take this and we stack it on top of that. So ergo, we're going up here to 70 to 75 cents. There's a thing called reversals, which 180 flips, which is another thing that I've kind of innovated noticing. And generally what you get is you get a thing called velocity, which is another one of our in-house terms that we use. Velocity is a distance is basically calculated on TA. And so let me give you a for instance here. So if you look at this right here, this would be effectively what a TA person would look at. They'd go, okay, well, we take this and, look at this, we're going to 72 cents. And we don't do that. Instead, we end up going the opposite direction. And well, that was not supposed to happen. But you'll notice some interesting mathematical things and some parallels here. And I'll show you, and you'll see the beauty of this system if you understand it. I know there's a lot going on the screen here. Just follow my cursor here and just keep focused on that. So this is the velocity. So we've already established that the velocity was the actual opening move of this pennant. So we can take this as TA, quote unquote, fact. Should have gone here, but in the case where they flip it 180 and they screw with us and they drop it the other direction. And why do they do this? They do this because all the longs start stacking up and they wreck you. You guys are telegraphing. You guys that are doing leverage trades, all you're doing is showing the casino your hand. This is why I don't leverage trade. Even though this system would whoop its ass, I don't leverage trade because I've got me and everybody else that's betting. And, you're literally betting on the casino system. The casino can see every single thing you do. And by that, I mean Coinbase and Kraken and whatnot. They can see every single thing you do. And when it gets to the advantage where they can wipe you all out, they're by God going to do it. And so don't think for a single second if 90% of the group thinks that it's going to go up, that it's going to go up. But the math and the computer has been given a specific set of instructions going, move this much, either go up or go down. But this is the move that's going to happen as a result of this. So thinking right now, everybody's going to get to the end of this and they're going to go, well, end of the year, the longs are going to start stacking up and they're going to drop it and they're going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you something that you may not notice right off with all this spaghetti that's going on. This move has some correlation to past historical data. So if you think this is just random and something that I just generally just drew here, I want to call your attention to look left and notice the perfect match to a double bottom on that. Look at that. That doesn't happen by chance, guys. There's nothing random about crypto. So what I also want to show you is something that is another little innovation, a little notice, a little pattern recognition that I've done. 50% of a velocity move has validity. So much of the stuff that is oftentimes called like, look, we're going to go up 100% because the TA says so, but we only seem to go up 50%, or we seem to go down 50% of what that velocity is. So anytime you take a velocity, you should always look at 50% of it, and you'll notice that a trend line runs right through the middle of it. Once you start to recognize how this system works and you start to recognize how all the TA mashes and meshes with what it is I have to show you here, you start to see trends that nobody else sees. And that's how I'm able to say we are going exactly to this circle. When I'm 16% away, all I got to do is sit back and wait, and lo and behold, it happens. And so I'm telling you this, going on into the future here, do not listen to the crypto influencers, the skateboard kids, the guys that got their hat on backwards, that are renting Lamborghinis and telling you that they're living their best life. They don't know shit. They cannot demonstrate why this is going up, other than the fact they're holding a bag and they're praying to God, Buddha, Allah, whatever, that it's going up. It's not going up. It's going down. And what you're going to see is you're going to see your first bottom drop at 25%. Right here on the red line to what we call the ISIS line right here. Let me give you this in specific. Your first drop is going to be to right there. Your second drop is going to be to right there. Your third drop is going to be right there. And you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to be down here at 42 cents before very long. Now, this is not the full call. The full call is going to be taking you down to 20 to 25%, 20 to 25 cents. And from there, we shall see probably power wicks that'll just absolutely peel your skull down to probably as low as 10 cents. It's highly unlikely, as I've been telling my group, that I just don't think that most of us will probably ever be able to realize a 10-cent buy because of the shenanigans that they will play with crypto exchange shutdowns. So the best that I can really see and obviously tell you that I think we would probably achieve is the 20 to 22, 25 cent range, right in that range to be able to buy back. I called that level when we were on the way up again, and we went back down. I said, we're going to be coming down in the 22 to 25 cent range, and we got close enough for hand grenades when that happened last time. So in the 22 to 25 cent range, there's already a double bottom setting up. So I fully expect that to happen again when everything gets crazy and people start panic selling and needing money for Christmas, and Timmy's got to have a toy under the tree for Christmas, and there's no other place to get it but to raid the crypto stash because the wife is pissed and you don't have any money and whatever. So I dealt in foreclosures for over 30 years, guys. I know how broke people work, and so I say this over and over again. I have a PhD in poverty, in poverty observation. I've dealt with it for so long, and this country is just going to be in such a bad way. They're going to be needing food, water, shelter, whatever. And I don't care how in love with your bag you are, thinking that this is the lottery ticket that's going to change your life. When it's that or starving kids, I'm telling you right now, you're going to pony up. You're going to liquidate faster than anything. And it just is what it is, guys. So I love to give you guys these forecasts for free to show you, to demonstrate what it is that I know, because I'd love to have you be a part of my group. So let's get you over there right now. So go to www.theunfairadvantage.chat. And of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And when you get in there, if you'd like daily calls like this, where I break down hundreds of different cryptos, all different ones I go through. So ask how to subscribe to my gold, platinum, or pro level VIP services, and we will see you there. So until next time, be safe, be good, and be good at it. Peace and hair grease, baby.
Working in a job I hate. Gotta talk about and I can't be late. Every day is a hustle and grind. I got a better life ahead in mind. And for my crypto to move, it can't be too soon. I'm waiting for my crypto to move. It can't be too soon. Now I'm dreaming of a new sunrise. Freedom reigns in all the skies. The ending of change is crypto's might. Gonna break these chains, I'll take that flight. I'm waiting for my crypto to move. It can't be too soon.